Alrighty, it is currently, by the way, it's 8:35 a.m. and this is speaking to what is impossible light that is appearing in the shade while minions drive by. Those are demons stalking with light. And I want to show you, this is HOLT Boulevard. Alright, on January 22nd, 2022, as I remain at Starbucks, which is in that direction at HOLT and Vineyard, there is no light source in that direction, as I've pointed out to you already. Alright, you have what is no sun that's ever going to result in directed light across the wall. These are demons. That's terrorism. And you also have what is in conflict with January 22nd, January 27th, even yesterday at 8:40, approximately 8:40, while I'm standing at Metro 102, which is at that corner at Lemon and Holt, and I'm showing you the fake sun, which is not directly over the B&G Plaza. It's nearest the Enriquez income tax. It's advancing over me as I'm standing at that corner over there. As you see, as I'm standing at that corner over there, there is no light source that is anywhere in this direction of some Starbucks, where the light source is right over me while I'm at that Starbucks that is east of this location. All right, it is not maintaining presence here over my head, and also while I'm at that location east of the SCHIRO'S liquor inside of B&G Plaza, which would be over my head in this direction. So in other words, at Starbucks, I would have to be facing this direction in order to capture the actual light source if this was the actual sun. In other words, this is what I'm stating, the impossibility of what is the actual sun, while it is nonetheless placed here. You see it, okay? Like I said, I remain at January 27th until after 10 o'clock in the morning at Starbucks at 111 North Vineyard Avenue, and it is centered over my head in that parking lot. There is no light source in that direction at all. As you saw the state moving a fake sun over my head, starting at 630 North Fern, at a time where I'm already en route to what is the Starbucks and at 507 North Euclid Avenue, and then going to that Starbucks at 111 North Vineyard Avenue. I want to be clear, the state's light source is present over me on January 22nd as I'm there at 7:35 in the morning, and I remain. And then I show you in video what is this light source that's remaining on the passenger side of a vehicle. And you're understanding, you see OMNITRANS, there's no remaining of any light source in that vehicle. This is stalking with a fake sun over me. It is Satan itself. OMNITRANS is a venue. Directed light is also speaking to that, 2342, and that's why you have what is the maintenance stationary presence while vehicles are crossing path. The actual sun's not remaining over anyone else, all right, while they're driving by in vehicles. This is the stationary presence. Also, you were talking about what is at 9:57 a.m. The state's fake sun is migrating north to remain over the Ovid Family Community Library, okay? I want to be clear, this is demonic activity. These are the demon possessed, and that's why ARAMARK is choosing to cross paths right now at this time while an entire entity is listening to me prosecuted by video. All right, I want to be clear, directed light being at this location, first of all, that's not the sun, and also directed light is not ever resulting in which is light moving across in the shade, which is a method of a demon stalking, wanting to touch. That's the sex offender. That's P.O.C. ONTFIRE, the same demon engaging in the pattern of conduct documented multiple times. It is currently, again, 8:38 a.m. The state's fake sun is remaining stationary over the B&G Plaza, and you have what is minutes from now, 8:41, where I'm documenting walking toward the Ovid Family Community Library, where the state is setting what is not the actual sun. This is the light source, beginning over me, remaining over me for the duration of the day, and then what is moving north up Lemon as I walked yesterday, okay? The state's fake sun is at that time advancing what is north up the street. So I'm just speaking to and explaining what is nothing other than following with the light source. It is not the ubiquitous presence of any sun, because there's only one sun, the sun as we know it, and this is not the sun. You're witnessing the supernatural. This is demonic. That is a demon driving an ARAMARK vehicle. ARAMARK Corporation to be prosecuted as engaging in what is state surveillance and terrorism while kidnapping with the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department. That also includes the Ontario Police Department and the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court, where, by the way, the entity is documented as this light source that is Satan itself over the Ontario Police Department at 2500 South Archibald Avenue, let alone over me while the Ontario Police are group stalking, all right? Over the facility of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, namely West Valley Detention Center, while I'm also documenting the demons of the Sheriff's Department while they're stalking in the path and the light sources over my head, all right? Let alone the facility where Satan is hovering over the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court, as I've documented, where at the same time I am in transit on what is a venue named as OMNITRANS, and this fake sun that is not the actual sun, that is Satan itself, that is moving over that venue of the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court filled with demons engaging in kidnapping, all right, and doing so on behalf of and in concert with the people of the state, all right? Directed light 6KJ0844. This is P.O.C. and I will be documenting on podcast. And like I showed last night, the demons of the Ontario Police Department, present pursuant to what is criminal summoning by the demon-possessed, the people of the state who are monitoring. Okay, that is what is going to federal prison. All right, and that's what I documented. And last night, that's what Officer J. Burnett, number 19993, Officer J. Avila, and Officer Gerber were present while they were monitoring the entire time. The people of the state, all of them demons together, engaging in what is facilitation for the police to come and personally encounter, which is a terrorizing threat. While those psychopaths are already aware of everything that is ongoing because you remain under surveillance. That is why Satan itself is hovering. They're demons, and at nightfall, directed light remains, just as I showed you in video. All right, and this is reminding you're going to federal prison. All right, those third parties engaging in criminal summoning, the officers engaging in what is kidnapping by an entity while this surveillance system is underway. This is that direct evidence speaking to what is Satan over an environment. I'm also informing the masses while I am prosecuting a government. And the absence of that, which is not the actual sun, the absence of the actual sun, and this is the placement of a light source as you are witnessing that which is not possibly the sun. It's 8:41 a.m. I stood over there yesterday, and the state's fake sun then advanced north to be over me at the Ovid Family Community Library, where the state is engaging in setting a fake sun. Let me be clear, 8:41 a.m., common sense, January 23rd, 2022, acting like the sun is setting right over here. This is P.O.C.